That's actually me. The elephant is me having eaten too much and by dreaming about meditation centers, elegante centers and quiet places to do meditation. The perfect place. Oh, so you're dreaming of meditating? Why don't you meditate? Well, I did meditate. So now I have the podcast because I have to explain that what is related in the outward form of the story, and that the outward form suits those who kind of absorb it in this podcast and the mirror image of their imagination. However, due to the transcendent nature of the essence of this podcast, speech feels ashamed to reveal it. Yeah, in a way, I'm still ashamed of what I'm doing. Due to shame, it loses its head. And because of being ashamed, I lose my head and my proud beard and so why you have a podcast and why, the intelligent one is satisfied with just a hint? Well, an intelligent listener will be satisfied if I just give a hint in this podcast. So you should be satisfied if you're intelligent. If you're not intelligent, you are not satisfied with this podcast. So be satisfied, for God's sakes. So meditate prior to listening so you could be in a state of satisfaction. Especially you're very respectful and you'll be ashamed of having listened to this podcast. And you shouldn't be ashamed of listening to a podcast of Rumi because he's a great saint. And I'm reading the Masnavi, book 5, page line 1895. My elephant has dreamt of India now. Wow. When are you going to India? Oh, I thought you were going to. Yeah, the master said he gets excited about going to the meditation center in Chicago as much as India. Really? As much or second or the same? Well, I did dream of going to Naperville. I did go to Naperville. Why? So you acted. Just dreamt of India now. This Hamlet's wrecked. Don't hope protect somehow. So how can verse and rhyme still come to me with roots of good health ruined totally? Yeah, that's why I have to get my roots of good health fixed up and try to keep exercise and walk. We're gonna walk today. I don't know how, but probably gonna do a boat tour of Chicago. So how can verse and rhyme will come to me with the roots of good health ruined totally. That comes from being a tourist. Tourists do walk a lot. Are you okay, Amor? Oh my gosh, she's had such... Oh, Harbana's playing? Harbon is good for a burn. You have a burn. You had a tragedy. La Biblia me sostuvo mucho la Biblia. ¿La Biblia? Sí, porque esto cayó más que todo en la Biblia. Was that chocolate you had? No, tea. Tea. You gonna make chocolate? She had an accident today and she spilled tea on herself and Bible. So be careful. Just hanging out in bed or reading the Bible with your tea. Yeah, so someday you're going to spill. Remember there was a prior podcast with an accident? What did it spill on? It spilled on trying to think like if you spill near a computer or where do you spell? But we had a prior accident on something like Florida with chocolate spilling or something. But, just saying, you keep it away from electrical devices and computers and books and things. Well, that is if you want good health, not to be totally ruined. I have more than one madness and love sadness. I have more than one madness in love sadness. What are you sad about? You somehow got a sadness about the whole thing with the traffic and your romantic visions. You wanted to do something romantic with the boat tomorrow? You think it's romantic?
Yeah, never mind.
Amor the boat?
Yeah,
The boat to Michigan is muy costoso. I think it's un cien for the coche. Un cent for baby, un cent for it's like 3 cents. It's too much. That's crazy. They want like $300 to pass over to Michigan.
No necesita.
From Milwaukee. I don't think we can do it if that's correct, though.
No necesita.
If it was 1 cent, it's okay, but 3 cents is...
No, it's crazy. No.
I'm not going to get involved in that kind of racketeering. Yeah. Huh?
No necesita.
No. If it was 1 cent, it's fine.
No, y no puede drive.
We'll drive. We're going to drive.
Drive.
We'll have to drive.
Pues, información. Si es muy costoso, no.
I can call them, but I think it's correct. It's very costly. For una persona is 1 cien. For Davy Olga's 2 cien. Kochi is 1 cien. 1, 2, 3. It's crazy. Everything the cost is gone up. And my cost of gas was 47. The gasolina in Chicago. I don't know, the taxes are high. And I had like premium gas for $6.
Información.
What the hell was $6?
Información bien. Información bien.
Yeah.
Si solo son 1 cien, es accedible.
I could double check it, but I think the cost is very high. The cost has gone up everywhere. The inflation. What? Yeah, I've been talking about inflation. Why do you talk about economics and petitions and tourism and all these things in your podcast? Yeah. Well, I was just saying I don't want my health ruined or I can't do this podcast. Okay. Why don't you? Bobby, the Trader Joe's is up rare and stuff, and it's open and they have Starbucks, but you want Trader Joe's Mustardi? It's open, the store, the tienda's this tienda's open, I believe. Yeah, it's okay. We can also caminar.
Si quieren chocolate.
Not at Diaz caminar.
Vamos a caminar si quieren.
Or whatever you like. Or were you going to go to the Colombian bakery, like Prefori, Auntie the Bota? Whatever.
You decision.
Yeah. Well, we have.
You esposa, entonces you
At
decisión.
alas 1:30, you have to go to the Bota. Yeah, you have to park and go to Bota. Because the boat is at 2, but you have to be almost a las 1:30. And then you go to the Bota. Yeah, it's okay, David Shishon. But you relax and enjoy the hotel. Relax. We have a hotel, and we finally moved closer to Lincoln Park. And what are you doing, anyways? Well, I have more than one madness and love sadness. Then why are you going mad, and what are you sad about? It's madness upon madness upon madness. Yeah, that's the layering all the things I'm doing, and I've gotten so desperate that I have to go to ChatGPT to get the answers now. There's so many cars and traffic, and I'm desperately asking ChatGPT to find me places that have high walkability, where I'm going to have to find a place with no cars, so go to a Greek island or go to some place where they block the cars out, or ban cars, or I don't know what I'm going to do. But I have more than one madness at the traffic. My body melts through that world's indications. I view substance in annihilations. See, I don't view healthy and glamorous and glamorous tourist attractions, but I view substance in annihilations.
Yeah.
So I'm looking for the empty part of the world. That's we're gonna have to go back to the farm and empty ourselves out. My body melts through that world's indications. I view substance in annihilations. Yeah, and these are poems within the poems of annihilation. Yeah, well, what's that, a morning? That's pretty. That's one of your vegetables. That's nice. You want to wear that today? What are you going to wear on the boat? I don't know to check the weather. Always checking all kinds of things, like the weather. And you have traveled madness. Is that what you're mad about? Yeah, the complications with that traveling. Oh, the weather is muy bueno. I think more a las doses, 80. It's not, it's a little warm. Yeah, but on the boat, maybe it's not terrible.
All righty.
Should be okay.
Yeah, where is that guy? He cheated on me.
Yeah. But I've gone mad trying to find the proper climate, and I get frustrated, and that I can't live all the time in Colombia, and so I view substance in annihilations. So I'm going to annihilate the stupidity of myself and the way I'm looking for, the way I keep looking for stuff. Yeah. Yes, my love for you has made me thin. Yeah, and I'm still waiting for that moment when my love for God makes me thin. I stop eating and meditate more, and going to become like starve myself to death in annihilation. Wow. What's that about? That's what Mommy does. That's why she's so beautiful. My love for you has made me thin. Or maybe this love for my wife is going to make me thin, so I can impress my wife. What? That's pretty good. My wife's love for me makes her thin because she wants to be beautiful. She stays thin because of her love for me. I cannot narrate more. So now you begin, and I shall say more about that. So I've said so much about your love, you tell about mine now. I'm like a tailless phone. Yeah, it's about time they talk about my devotion to God. I'm tired of just hearing about how God loves me. You're God, He loves you. God loves you. Christ's power loves you. What about me loving Christ's power? Why don't they talk about that? Yeah. What if my love for Christ is greater than Christ's love for me? Yeah, he should wake up. I've said so much about your love. You tell about mine now. I'm like a tale as well. Yeah, and this podcast is like a tale as well. So, why can't it be recognized as a tale? You now narrate, not me, you whom men follow. I'm Sinai, you are Moses, this the echo. And I'm sort of just echoing Rumi in a way. And yeah, I decided my board of directors. It's funny, it's stupid. I think of stupid things. That's why you could just say that I've gone mad. Oh, yeah, you've gone mad when you think of these stupid things in the podcast. Yeah, I was thinking my board of directors for my life itself should be like Buddha and Rumi and Kirpal Singh and Beethoven. Why Beethoven? Well, they cover some music part. What about your tennis players? I don't have a professor for that, but I have Buddha is clearly a giant of meditation, and he's a Buddhism itself. And then you have Rumi's covering sort of like Sufism and the full field of Sufism and Islam, and then you have Kirpal Singh is sweeping. He sort of covers the whole area of Radhaswami and Satmat and Sikhism, and then Beethoven is covering my piano playing, and he may complain about you without practicing. Yeah, he's mad at me right now. So, but he gets mad at a lot of people. Yeah, he's an unusual person. He's on the board, though. How's he get along with Buddha? Well, he actually had very strong disciplinary things about him. It's the mystery that you're finding out now. You now narrate, not me, you whom men follow. I'm Sinai, you are Moses, this the echo. How can the mountain understand our speech? It lacks the knowledge Moses had in reach. The mountain only knows to its own limit. The body's only slightly graced by spirit. The body has the astrolab's own role. It tells you where to find the sun-like soul. Astronomers who do not have good sight need one who makes the astrolabes just right. To make one for them to provide a clue about the sun they seek but cannot view. If a soul needs an astrolabe, that one can't know that much about the sky and sun. You look through the eyes astrolabe. Let's see, only a teeny bit with certainty. Yeah, it's funny, I'm looking all over the place, but my mind is only capable of seeing a teeny bit with certainty. Yeah, I'm not hardly even certain about the ferry crossing the lake, and I'm not quite certain where I'm gonna stay the next night, and this huge volatility. Huh?
Es muy corto.
Corto? Short? Corto? Oh, that thing. You need a towel. Oh, it's corto. Corto. Yeah, that thing can double as a dress and a skirt. That's unusual. That's both a vestibule and a skirt. She has this thing. You can't know for certainty what she's gonna wear today. Only a teeny bit with certainty. I'm not certain what I'm wearing until I put it on. And what are you not certain about? Why don't you make a plan? Well, I do have plans. We're going on the architecture tour of Chicago.
Mommy. Oh,
And then,
no Mikey.
And then I was thinking of going, but only a little bit, teeny bit with certainty. I've seen the world through your eyes, limits only.
What?
I've seen the world through your eyes, limits only. Where is the world? Why feel proud and act boastfully in this podcast? Yeah. Why should I be so proud when I think that I've accomplished something by going on the boat tour? You feel so proud. I'm not feeling that proud. You're not proud of this podcast? No. I've seen the world through your eyes, limits only. Where is the world? Why feel proud and act boastfully? Mystics possess a special call to see. It's K-O-H-L. And the call is, are you making chocolate? Seek it, turn your eyes, dream into a sea. I'm supposed to turn the nectar in my third eye into a sea? Yeah, they were saying something about in my Roots of Yoga. I think it was Roots of Yoga about how the guys, the yogis, they take their... Let's be careful with the tomar. What? This one's finished?
Sí, para pocillos. Ese pocillo es el de Olga, ese de Olga.
More, you want this cuppa? Here, take this and rinse it and get 2 more. Oh. I'm gonna rinse it. Oh! Oh, yeah. I have to get my chocolate. Yes. Chucky. Huh. Yeah, it comes down to the bottom line. The wife has a high utility because you spend most of your time with your wife. Mystics possess a special call to see. Seek it, turn your eye stream into a sea. Oh, I was saying about the yogis in India, they actually take their kundalini up to the third eye where there's supposed to be a cool lake of nectar. This is some sort of so that's in this cool lake of nectar. So yeah, what was that about? That sounds true, I think. Yeah. That's actually correct. Okay, so don't question it. All right. Oh, nice. Well, thank you. These are churros. Is it a Mexican? Mexicano? Are these Mexicano?
There's nobody in the apartment.
Yeah, we had
See you later.
to a little village where they had the Mexican Empire. The Mexicans in Chicago, which is a major empire. They're saying there was more Mexicans, or I don't know if it was Latinos or Mexicans or whatever in Chicago than anywhere else. What? I don't know if that's true, but I guess it's possible. So. Yeah. Not to mention 57 million Spanish speakers in the United States. Oh, wow. I think that's more than the whole country of Spain or something. If reason and my wits had stayed with me, what is this crazy speech of mine in this podcast? Tell me.
Yeah.
My brain's lost reason and all consciousness, so you can't fault me for my craziness in this podcast? Yeah, you can't really. By the way I've structured the podcast, stating that I've gone mad and crazy, that it's hard to fault somebody when they claim that they're crazy. Yeah, how can you fault me?
Yeah.
You could fault me by saying that I'm claiming to be crazy and I'm not crazy, and that's a fault. Okay. Well, my brain's lost reason and all consciousness, so you can't fault me for my craziness, especially after you've meditated a long time. But it does stabilize it, actually, I think. You gotta realize that the meditation can stabilize your brain, actually. As well. It's his fault. He stole my intelligence. Yeah. It's not my fault either. Because my intelligence was stolen by the master, actually. He steals ideas from me in his talks. So. Well, thank you, Maura. This is nice. It's not too hot. You gotta be careful not to burn yourself now. Like I was saying, these are churros, or a little piece of bread. Is this pan or what is this? Pan?
Oh, pan.
Churros.
How's it going?
How do you pronounce it? ¿Cómo se dice? Cow? ¿Cómo se dice? Churros. Churros with chocolate.
Sino que esos es mucho azúcar, pero Olga no sugar.
You want desayuno or almuerzo lunch afuera? You want it? Before ante? Oh, you don't know.
No, amor, ¿qué más es tu desayuno?
We'll have lunch después de bolsa. Well, I don't know. This is lunch. Well, this is commedia right now.
Lunch después de...
I don't know, yeah. Whatever. I'm not going to worry about it. Why should I worry about it?
llevar el jogger, pavote.
Two people worry about eating and should eat the light and sound of God.
Amor,
no?
puedes llevar el jogger y eso para el bote. Y después lonche.
Oh, después?
O antes, o
Or
before.
ante. The yogurt, it could be ante. Is there a Nevada? I don't know. No Nevada?
No,
Yeah. Okay. It's no grande.
No, grande.
Yoga lo grande.
No, pero lonche before de bote.
She's got to get ready for tennis, so I have to read this. You who lead wits and reason far astray. Our minds have only you for hope today. I've not missed this podcast. I've not missed reason while you've made me crazy, nor envy beauty while you decorate me. So is my madness loving you thought good. So this you could think of this as a good podcast because it's very predictable. So all scholars nearing him lose theirs at once. It's his fault that he stole my intelligence. Yeah, we had discussed that it's his fault in this podcast. Yeah, all the errors in this podcast are his fault. Yeah, I don't make mistakes. It's his fault. He stole my intelligence. All scholars nearing him lose theirs at once. So I lose it right away in the podcast. I'm on line 19, 12. in the book 5 of the Masnavi. You who lead wits and reasons far astray, our minds have only you for hope today. Yeah, my only hope really is that my wife will at least play with me in tennis. And there was 2 good players on the court yesterday. They play standard textbook tennis school, American tennis school tennis. And the one guy, he was hitting with 2-handed backhands. It doesn't seem very flexible. I mean, they try to hit hard, but it's like, I didn't see him hit with a one-handed backhand. It was very textbook tennis. But that's a good player, so what are you complaining about? Yeah. So there appeared on the courts 2 good players, and you're just saying that because you're afraid they'll beat you. Okay. I've not missed reason while you've made me crazy, nor I've not missed playing tennis while he made me crazy, but nor envied beauty while you decorate me. And you envied the fact that they're playing and you didn't get to play with them. So is my madness loving tennis, you thought good. I'm thinking it's good, but, well, why is it so good? Well, I get exercise. And yesterday I actually did 3 hours exercise. I had 1 hour of jogging, 1 hour of kayaking, and 1 hour of tennis serve practice. Wow. So you're back into your fitness enthusiast mode, I guess. Because you want to be envied for your beauty. And I envy other people's beauty. I envied their tennis playing, and it irritated me that they didn't ask me to play. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Well, you wanted to make it appear like you were even better than them, and you're snobby, and you wouldn't play with them. So, oh. Nor envied beauty while you decorate me, so is my madness loving you thought good. Say yes, may God reward you as one should. Yeah, God should reward me. Why you demand that God reward you? I mean, you're not supposed to be shopkeeping, and you're not supposed to have fear, and you read Vivekananda on devotion, I thought. Yeah. Whether he speaks in Arabic or Persian, yeah, I don't really care if he does speak Arabic or Persian. It's okay if he does. Whether he speaks in Arabic or Persian, which ears and minds possess its comprehension. Yeah, I don't care if they speak English or Spanish. Which ears and minds possesses comprehension. His wine's not right for every mind, that's clear. His slavery's earring won't fit every ear. His slavery, yeah, not everybody wants to become a slave, because it's like slavery. Yeah. If I was like in Chicago, I'd end up becoming a slave. Yeah, so is that why you ran away? Or why do you his wine's not right for every mind, that is clear. Yeah, not everyone wants to sit in meditation throughout the day and just sit there like a dead tree stump and act like they're dead. And most people, not that many people, want to just do nothing. I thought you were retired and you were like spending your early years of of retirement in meditation. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to spend it I am going to spend it in the latter years, but I'm not going to tell my mind that I am. I'll say that I'm not, and trick my mind. Oh, okay. So you're gonna spend your now time in meditation, and tomorrow you're just going on vacation. Yeah, that's what it is. I meditate first, and then I exercise. Oh, okay. His wine's not right for every mind. Yeah, not everybody likes to drink the wine of the master in deep meditation in the ashram or in the meditation center. Not that many people come and sit in the sanctuary in deep long-term meditation, though they could. That's clear. His slavery's earring won't fit every ear. I've come back like a madman once again. Yeah, well, what I do is I come back every once in a while like a madman and sit in meditation at the meditation center in Chicago. Well, it's not Chicago, it's Lyle. Lyle, is that like your Lyle? Yeah, that's Lyle. I wouldn't want to lie about the fact that I go to Lyle, so I'm not lying about it. I've come back like a madman once again. Soul, go away and quickly fetch a chain. If it's not my beloved's dress, I'll just break chains you bring, 100 if I must. Yeah, I've been breaking out of my chains of my bad karma, and I just sort of blow it out with meditation. You use the sound current to break chains. Yeah, when I listened to they were saying how the sound current immediately rings when you step into the meditation chamber. Oh, yeah. And break chains you bring, 100 if I must. Yeah, and I have a lot of bad karma, so it's hard for me to even get to Chicago with my bad karma, and so that's why I haven't even been there. So you got there? Well, yeah. The wisdom of reflecting on his old boots and fleece coat. For what man reflect on what he has been created from? Reflecting on your old boots and fleece coat. I actually put the fleece coat on because it was cold a little bit, and I had shorts on, and to do ultra early morning meditation is cold even in the summer. So I put on the fleece coat, and I have my old boots out on the porch, which are still muddy and stuff. So that's the wisdom out here on the farm. Are you on the farm? Bring back Ayaz's love's tale now for me. Yeah. Bring the tail on. Now. Yeah, the thing is, I'm into nowism, and I'm like a nowistic philosopher. I don't want to hear it tomorrow. Okay. So you're not going to read tomorrow? Bring back Ayaz's love's tale now for me. For that's a treasure full of mystery. Yeah, I was reading about Hassan, and Hassan is like an early mystic who, I don't know if he's influenced by Rabia, who's also an early mystic. And interesting, I saw that Rabia is buried near the Mount of Olives, in the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem. So you could go to Jerusalem and see Rabia. Oh, really? Yeah, I was reading it, and that's they talk about it. Where did you read this stuff? Oh, yeah, I read both in the Memorial of the Saints of Attar has a thing on he's a memorial. He wrote the little mini biographies. There's old tales, they're love tales. He wrote those things from. That's a book I have on the Kindle, the Memorial of the Saints of Attar. But this other book on Sufism was mentioning Hassan. What about Hassan? Well, Yeah, what we were saying about Hassan. Yeah, Hassan, he's full of mysteries. For that's a tale, treasure full of mystery. He would go to that closet every day to see his boots and old coat, come what may, being intoxicates self with great might, stealing your reason, wiping shame from sight, from hiding places, though these intoxications have waylaid millions of past generations. Azazul turned to Satan tragically. Why not should Adam lord it over me? I'm noble, nobly born, and I am ready for countless virtues to reach me already. I'm not inferior in good qualities to serve foes like him on my knees. I was born from great fire, and he from mere clay. Clay can't compete with fire in any way. Where was he when I was a major leader in this world and the glory of the era? Flames blazed within, but the wrecked simpleton. Flames blazed within that wrecked simpleton. Yeah. If you have a flame, well, I know I'm a kind of a wrecked simpleton. So do I have a flame burning? Or flames blazed within that wrecked podcaster? He was of fire like Father's soul, like Son. But no, it was God's wrath. I've got it wrong. To give a cause when it does not belong. That the causeless act is causeless totally. Fixed from the start of time eternally. How can a transient thing with imperfection be found in acts of holiest perfection? How can they? Oh, so you're getting ready. You Frio? Or you could be Frio. Oh no, you have long pants? What's your pants more? Oh, you won't be so Frio. That's okay. I'm gonna get ready to go myself. So we're gonna go play tennis. Even though it's not the holiest perfection of tennis and it's transient and all that stuff, but that's okay. You may have something to say about your personal life. Yeah, I don't know. How can a transient thing with imperfection be in this podcast? How can a transient thing with imperfection be found in acts of holiest perfection? Well, how can they be found? What is the Father's soul? His works, the kernel, its shells, the Father, whose form is external. Oh, not like one, no loves your friend as well. Your soul's love seeks that kernel, breaks the shell. I'm trying to break open my shell. I've been living in a shell, and I haven't been able to crack it. Oh, okay. Your soul's love seeks that kernel. Yeah, I've been looking for the kernel and trying to break my shell, break out of my shell, personality shell. To the man who was bound to go to hell and loved mere forms, God gave another shell. Yeah, the more I like forms and stuff and get attached to the world, I get these extra layers around me in my shell. To the man who was bound to go to hell and loved mere forms, God gave another shell. Well, that was just my physical and astral and causal body. Kernel and inner being both can rule over the fire, but shells are just fire's fuel. When there's stream water in a wooden pot, that pot's what fuels the flames that are so hot. Yeah. Yeah, the same way when my chocolate's in a cup, the cup feels hot when I'm trying to drink it, so Man's inner soul rules over fire, so it, as ruler, can't now be destroyed by it. Oh, my soul rules. Yeah, it's not the girls rule, but my soul rules. Grow your soul bigger, not your body. Yeah, I've been working on my muscles and trying to build up my muscles. Like the other day, I jogged for 1 hour, and I kayaked for 1 hour, and I did surf practice for 1 hour, all of which was to make my body bigger. I have bigger muscles. In fact, I think my weight went up, but it's maybe from muscle mass. Grow your soul bigger. Yeah, and I'm supposed to be meditating. Grow your soul bigger, not your body. You can then be the fire's king-like ruler too. Yeah, I could rule over the fire in my body. You have been adding shell layer upon layer. That's why you are just like shells in smoky air. The fire has only shells as fuel inside, so God's wrath tears up all that shell of pride. Yeah, I have the shell of pride. Yeah, I have like this religious pride. It's like Hassan. Yeah, Hassan, he was like hanging out by the river, and he was noticing this guy, this essential guy, who was having his wine, and he had his ladies, and he was having a good time by the river. And then a boat capsized, or was on the river, and all the people were drowning, and he went out, and he saved 6 people from drowning. And then he called out to Hassan. He could say, "Can you stop your religious practice long enough to go save at least one of them?" Yeah. So he was humiliated in being such a loser. Hassan. And then so God's wrath tears up all that shell of pride. This pride's a product of the shell. It fits that wealth and rank are its associates. The more wealth I have, the more I get stuck in the shell. So what are you going to do about that in your rank? What is your rank? Do you have any rank? And do you have any wealth? And this pride's a product of the shell. It fits that wealth and rank are its associates. What's pride? Heedlessness of the depths inside. Yeah, I'm kind of heedless of all the deep levels of mysticism on the inside, and I've been heedless of the 4th and 5th plane, and I haven't been to the Mansarovar, and I haven't gone swimming, and I'm heedless of the depths inside, like heedless ice in sunshine's heat outside. Once it learns of the sun, then it won't stay, but rather soften, warm, and melt away all my attachments and my astrophysical body and all that gunk, all that, what is that stuff, the chit, which should be tamed down with all the clutter I have in my unconscious mind, will melt away like heatless ice in sunshine's heat outside. Once it learns of the sun, then it won't stay, but rather soften, warm, and melt away. Yeah, I've been trying to melt away all the clutter in my life, and the clutter in my thoughts mostly. So the body craves on seeing the kernel. Yes, it falls in love. Craving brings loneliness. Craving brings loneliness. Yeah, the more I crave stuff, the lower I get. Yeah, why do you bring yourself so far down by craving stuff? Well, I stopped craving for a new car, and I still haven't got an iPhone 14. But you still crave for one. Are you just going to wait till you go to New York, or what are you doing? It falls in love. Craving brings loneliness. When I can't see the kernel, it likes skin. Well done, Content One. Well done, Content One. When I can't see the kernel, it likes skin. Well done, content one, is the goal it's in. Might's unbelief, fear, faith, and lowliness. A stone becomes a gem by being less. Boasting I, while a stone still is misplaced. This is the time to be small and effaced. Yeah, I'm trying to get smaller, but it's so hard. I exercised for 3 hours and my weight went up instead of down. And why don't you stop eating so much then? This is the time to be small and effaced. Pride seeks more wealth and status constantly. Yeah, if I just had more houses, if I could have it affect that other guy, yes. Oh, I'm keeping the farmhouse as a summer cottage. I'm getting the other house, and I'm going to buy out the sister, and I'm buying out the father's house, and I'm going to keep that, and the farmhouse is going to be the cottage, and I invested in another one. Pride seeks more wealth and status constantly. But furnaces with dung work properly. Those first 2 nurses just increased the shell with arrogance, pride, fat, and flesh as well. Yeah, the nurses, they don't help you get skinnier. They just go to the hospital after you're fat, and the nurses don't do anything to help. Those first 2 nurses just increased the shell with arrogance, pride, fat, and flesh as well. Yeah, and they just feed you more in the hospital. It's terrible, and the food is bad. They have not looked up to see the kernel's kernel, so they imagine that mere shell's the kernel. Satan was this path's big chief, don't forget. Yet he got trapped in status's big net. Wealth's like a snake, status the dragon. You will find with pure man emeralds for these 2. That emerald makes the snake's eyes jump right out. It turns blind and the wayfarer breaks out. When that chief placed sharp thorns right in the way, those pricks said, "Be cursed, Satan, every day." Meaning the pain comes from his perfidy. He's the first model of such treachery. Generation after generation then followed him by serious emulation. Whoever sets a bad example so people fall blindly later in much woe, discovers their sins on his neck instead, since they are its tail's tip while he is its head. Who is that? Well, I said Satan. Adam brought out his coat and old boots, though, and said, "I am of clay," so long ago, like Elias's, whose boots were viewed a lot. That's why he finally got the praise he got. Absolute beings, the craftsman in non-being. What can his workshop be, then, but non-being? No one would write on previous script, would he? Nor plant on top of old plants a new tree. Yeah, I didn't really plant on a new tree. I planted a new tree, but I planted the mulberry tree, but it's not on top of an old plant, except for the grass. But one seeks some paper with no writing on and sows on land that nothing's been grown on. Brother, you be a fresh and unfarmed place. Yeah, I gotta freshen up and go to some places unfarmed. Freshen up. You, brother, you be a fresh and unfarmed place, and white as paper with no writing's trace, and then be honored by none and the pen. And God, the generous, sow seed in you then. Imagine you've not tasted sweets nor seen the well-stocked kitchen where you have often been, where they intoxicate you such that you forget your old boots and your fleece coat too. You'll sigh when you meet death's most torturous pain, remembering then your boots and coat again until you're drowning in the hideous sea from which there is no help or sanctuary. You won't forget the right rescue boat. You won't look at your boots and your fleece coat. When you are left in the drowning waves of woe, you'll constantly say, I've done wrong. And no, Satan will say, he's still naive. Come chop his bird's head, its untimely cry must stop. Far be it from Elias's path this prayer should be an empty sham for watchers there. He had been heaven's rooster previously. His crowing always started punctually. Yeah, I always start these podcasts punctually, pretty much in the mornings, I'm sort of like previously to podcasting. I sit in meditation, which is like a rooster. Heaven's rooster previously. I'm rooster crowing, and he's crowing. Started punctually. Yeah, I'm very punctual about starting this. So that in the same way, I could be punctual about stopping this podcast, okay?